Guys, what's up? In light of the sugar situation right now, I thought I'd check out this video called BTS Hardships. I just want to check this out, not necessarily to get sad or to, be sad with everyone else, but my thought was this. This is part of the journey. And everything that's happening with Yoongi right now is part of the journey. It's part of the ARMY journey, it's part of the BTS journey, and it's only going to make people feel more connected to ARMY. It's only going to make people feel more connected to BTS. And I think people are probably going to be more excited and more emotional than ever when BTS reunites in 2025. So I think that's sort of like the bright side of things. And we see this in BTS content. When we go through challenges with people and we come out the other side, we often become even closer and we bond even more because we have these shared hardships with people. So I think shared hardships create stronger bonds. And I think that's just important to keep in mind, that it's just going to be that much sweeter on this whole journey. So let's get into this and, try not to cry. There you go. Not made to relive sadness. There you go. I've seen some of these clips before. Right, there's a stigma in K-pop.
방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 한다. 또 메이크업을 하는 거 이제 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데.
What? Oh, shut the front door. Come on.
아 그래요? 여자같이 입고 다니는 게 여자는
I can hate this so much.
I remember seeing that clip. Ooh. I know that got a lot of people very upset, and it looked like RM was kind of dumbfounded there, and Yoongi was like, Yoongi knew it was up. He kind of smiled quietly, kept his opinions to himself, and moved on like a boss. But that was part of the challenge for these two, right? Coming from that underground hip hop world where there's a lot of bravado, and there was a sort of a giant stigma about being in that K-pop world. So well done. I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah, hell yeah, shout out Tony. Nice. I love it. I love that. That seems to be a trend, right, in the community. You get a small subsect of fans who are hating on a member or hating on something, and then you've got the overwhelming majority of the fan base coming to support that member. And who knows if they're actually fans, right? It could be people sort of posing as fans, creating fake accounts. You never know. The lengths people will go to cancel someone or tear someone down, as we saw this past week with Yoongi, is quite frightening. So. Aunties accused him of what? Let's see this again. May 2015. It's a great idea, we just don't have the resources. imagine how close these guys are? That's another thought I have all the time. Like, imagine how close these guys are. The amount of shit that they've been through, and they've stuck together through all these hard times, and they needed each other. The importance of a strong group dynamic, especially during these difficult times, can't be understated, right? It's absolutely necessary to have that strong group bond. It's like crazy the shit that they get accused for, right, or criticized for rudeness toward another group member. All right. Really? That's what you're going to cover? That's the story that you're going to cover? And even if he was, right? Okay, so he was rude. He's not allowed to be rude. None of us have ever been rude to a friend before. That's never happened. Yeah, so this really just shows from the beginning, you know, people are looking to poke at them. And I was mentioning this in my last video on Yoongi. It's like people are just lurking in the shadows waiting to try to take you down. And it can be any number of reasons. There doesn't have to be a legitimate reason. Anything they can find that they can latch onto, where they can kind of impose their, you know, moral standard on. Let's attack, let's bring them down. When you have a tight team, it makes it even harder to do that, right? It's hard to infiltrate that unit when that unit's really tight and that bond's tight and they know what they have. If they weren't that tight of a unit, then maybe some of these comments about this person saying this and this person being rude, and that might get in their heads a little. But they know each other so well, they're so tightly connected. What anyone else says in the media doesn't really matter to them, I don't think. It's like, yeah, it could hurt seeing some things that are out there online, but ultimately, like, they know who they are and they know what their relationships are about. So that's really what matters. Wild. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm sure they did. Yeah. I'm sure he's better at dealing with some of the hate now, but I don't think it ever gets easy. RM being a very self-reflective person, you know, he's thinking about it. Was I wrong? Was there misogyny? Am I guilty of this? And if I am, does that make me a bad person? Like, I can see him kind of going through that thought process. I think that makes things even more difficult when people are accusing you of things. So I can imagine it was difficult for him. Wow, like the lengths he goes to. The lengths he goes to. There's no like objective morality. So there might be a few people who may think a few lyrics are misogynistic, but that doesn't mean they are. I mean, you know, things are open to interpretation. Listen, I think it's cool that he did that, but again, it's like, it's kind of sad that he has to go to those lengths in order to prove himself, but maybe he really just wanted to be more educated on the subject, and if that's the case, props to him. A lot of plagiarism accusations, huh? Man, these guys went through shit in their first 2-3 years, huh? And again, as long as they're staying like insular as a team and they have those tight in-group dynamics, like the copying allegations, the plagiarism, all that stuff doesn't really matter. It's just noise. I was saying that in my video yesterday. It's just noise. Like if they know who they are and ARMY knows who they are and we support them and they're there for us, like that's all that really matters. Everything else is just noise. So that's the importance of knowing yourself and knowing each other and knowing your team and knowing what you're about. And these guys know what they're about. I think they've had to struggle with that and really become more confident in their identity as individuals and as a group as they grew, and they have. And this has kind of forced them to. But I think that's what sort of helped them persevere, is their confidence in their identity and knowing who they are. And especially ARMY knowing who they are. Like ARMY feeling like we know who their hearts are. Genuine human beings who, yeah, maybe at times, of course, slip up like any other human being, but they're trying their best, like the majority of us, and we see their goodness, and that's why so many of us support them. The vast majority of us do, and will continue to. Someone commented this on my video earlier yesterday, saying like, it's shocking how the Korean media doesn't have these guys' backs. Like, you'd think you'd support the people in your culture, but perhaps like this is their way of getting attention, right? So yeah, I don't know if it's like a money play on the media part because they know it's going to garner attention. That's what hate does, it garners attention. And or they have it out for BTS or K-pop culture in general because it's kind of against the conservative norm and culture in Korea, and K-pop, you know, promotes some more like progressive ideals. Like, what is it? It seems like they have something out for K-pop and BTS in particular. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a deep-seated jealousy or envy, or maybe that's just the nature of the media, like just negativity, and that's just the world and the business that they're in. And it's unfortunate because, you know, real lives are being harmed here. I'm sure BTS is touched by all the support that they see from ARMY, and you know, it's important that we continue to support them, and I'm sure they were touched to see the support from ARMY through the whole sort of Suga incident this past week. V made a heartbreaking confession.
최근에 저희 할머니가 돌아가셨거든요. 제가 이 상황에서는 그 당시에 저한테는 14년간 부모님만큼 저를 키워주신 부모님 같은 존재였고, 저희 뮤직뱅크 첫 1위 할 때 기타부터 불러, 그때 저희 할머니가 4구제였어요. 49제. 그래서 처음으로 할머니한테 월급 한 번만 했어요.
Yeah, very sad, very, very sad. Oh God. People are so cruel, huh? Yeah, people just want attention, right? These are just deeply unhappy people that are doing these things, and try to not give them attention because hate doesn't survive without attention. So it's like, we need to do our best. I know it's very inflammatory and it's hard not to get lured in, but you know, these people are just like not happy, and you know, we can try to have empathy for them and try to bring them onto our side even. I wonder if there's like aunties that have converted. We're just like, listen, come to the bright side, man. You don't need to do that. You don't need to bring other people down and make yourself feel better and project your own shit onto people who are just trying to do their best, you know? There's other ways to go about this. Anyways, you have to remember that these people are deeply unhappy. Even that much sweeter. And that's got to bring a tear to your eye, you know? And that's sort of the point I wanted to make with this video, was that this is all part of the journey. The stuff we're seeing with Suga, that's all part of the journey. And it makes every success and accomplishment that much sweeter. It was a miscalculation. No. Hell yeah. That's gotta mean so much to these guys. You can see it all over their faces. They can't hide. It's gotta mean so much, and it just kind of brings tears to my eyes thinking about it. Only they really know what they went through in terms of actually feeling it, really feeling it and dealing with it. So, you know, I can't imagine how much emotion is involved when they do overcome a hurdle or a challenge. It's really incredible. Like, words can't describe it type of thing, you know? Wow. The death threats are insane. Wow. Wow. Man, I think when you have people that shine as bright as BTS, you're gonna have big time haters. People hate seeing people succeed and do it in this way and do it with love. People don't like that. Like, the brighter someone's light is shining, I think the angrier certain people get. And you know, the more effort they put into taking those people down. BTS, their light shines the brightest. They're all about love, if you really listen to them and watch them. That upsets people. You know, I think that hurts people to see people who are shining this brightly. It gets at people who are struggling, really struggling. So, this is what these guys are. They're bright lights, they're full of love, and because of that, you're gonna get the other extreme. But love wins, baby. Love wins. Guys, this is only to 2017. I know there's been a lot of shit after that. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. There you go. Use it as inspiration. Love, you know, and guys, they end it, how serendipitous. They ended this video on my favorite BTS song. Chills. Fuck yeah. Guys, if you want me to check out, you know, maybe the next 4 or 5 years, 2018 till present, let me know. Maybe I'll watch that too. But I just wanted to get some more thoughts out. And that's it. I will catch everyone soon.